Jai Mahadev, Jai Parvati Shiva, Jai Ganesha. So what's up? I'm adding this right here because I just thought about it. Look, I've seen about 10 to 15% of people here wearing masks, mostly locals and a few foreigners, a few Westerners from Europe or wherever they're coming from, Chinese as well, Japanese, and it's to protect us from this. The rest of the video I'm gonna do without this, but because it sounds muffled, but this is the way I have to go out when I gotta go out at this hour to buy something. It's like about 10 in the morning. Oh, it's almost 11 now, but nobody wants to come like this and be having a vacation like this. And local people don't want to be living like this, especially the ones that are suffering. And when we're out here for prolonged periods of time, the recommendation is like don't do any outdoor activities unless you have to go out. Right now with the peak, the AQI being 180, 190, I can feel it in my throat. It makes you feel dizzy, nauseous for some of us who start suffering from it after a couple of days of exposure. So watch the rest of the video. Nepal is a beautiful country, provided now you can't see any of the beauty. You can't see the mountains, you can't see the hills, you can't see the sunny sky. It says it's supposed to be sunny today. Where's the sunny part? It's supposed to be sunny right now. Yesterday was the same thing. It's supposed to be sunny all day, and that's what it said in the weather forecast, but I saw no sun. And 2 days ago, I was able to see a little bit above me because it was supposed to be another sunny day. Not happening. What's up? Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Just as you just saw in the thumbnail, before you saw this video, started to see this video, I'm looking up there. Man, you can't even see it. And the World Peace Pagoda is up there, here in Pokhara, up there on the hilltop. And then further to the right is the statue of Lord Shiva. Lakeside, we're in Lakeside, and it's only a few blocks to the lake from here, like 10 blocks. And then over there you can see kind of like the silhouette, the outline of the hill here. And that's how bad the air quality situation is. I mean, it's 182 today. This is May 4th. Saturday, May 4th, 2024. And it's just not recommended to go outside for a lot of people who are in those sensitive groups in terms of respiratory problems. And then for many of us Westerners who are not used to this level of contamination, after a few days, we start to feel the discomfort in our throats, in our mouths, in our nostrils, chest, lungs, eyes. So Nepal is a very nice country. The people are very nice. It's very quiet. It's 10:25 a.m. right now on a Saturday morning, and you don't hear any of that beeping as you do in India. Sorry, India. I mean, it's true. You guys beep the hell out of everybody. I mean, you're beeping nuts. But anyhow, I mean, I don't hate India anyway. It's just not for me, and I would like to go back to India one day and explore the Himalayas more like I did in 2019 in Himachal Pradesh. But there are raging fires. There are fires all over North India and here in Nepal. Some are due, because I was doing the research on different websites, due to the crop burning by farmers. Others are just fires that somebody set or something happened, and then you got the contamination coming from the factories. Let me go over here and show you this side, how contaminated it looks. I gotta keep my windows and my doors closed, even in this heat wave that has gone through Southeast Asia and affected even parts of India too and everything. Look, it's just, over there is the Queen's Forest, or the Rani Ban. And I did a hike through there initially when I got here, and it was not this bad. And I can't go hiking, and many of us can't go hiking because we're gonna be breathing in all that contamination. The PM 2.5 index is 182 today. It's gotten up to 200 a couple of times here already in Kathmandu. So Nepal, India, and other countries, because Asia is just bombarded with so much bad air quality, really the pollution affecting so many people with respiratory illnesses, and those of us who don't even have one or any of those things, then we start to suffer too. And the locals, I mean, you guys have to endure it the whole time. Indians and Nepali and Thai people and whatever, Vietnamese and other parts of Asia. Guys, come on, start taking consciousness. Stop burning fires. I mean, starting burning trash. I've seen it here in Lakeside in a couple of areas where people just take the trash outside and burn it. And that contaminates the air, affects animals like the doggy there. In addition to people, it affects birds, it affects cows, it affects all forms of life. And tourism. Tourism is suffering right now in Nepal and even in North India or India in general. Who wants to go to these places? We didn't know. I would have just flown back home sooner if I had known this was going to be this bad. So it's up to you guys. We want to continue coming back to these places, to the Mardi Himal trek, the Annapurna trek, all those things here in the Annapurna region or the Everest region. But who's going to be trekking with these kind of situations? Who wants to come here? A lot of people have canceled their trips this way. Some people that are here have cut their trips short, like a friend of mine, Rob. He was here with me in Pokhara, and he was going to stay here for like 3 months. He didn't stay here more than 3 weeks because he was also feeling it, suffering from the bad air quality. That's it. Please. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, beautiful landscapes. People are very honest in Nepal, very kind and very quiet. Now, in India, I wish you guys would change a lot. And a lot of people are making comments, even Indians, about India, about it could be so much better. India could be so much better if a lot of things changed. But the change comes at home with you guys, teaching your children and yourselves, changing, turning over a new leaf. But if you don't do it, you're the ones that are going to suffer the most, and the rest of the planet too. Let me add this, because I don't want to leave it in the description box. It has been like this for more than 3 weeks now. I've been here since March 25th, here in Pokhara. And for the first 10 days, it was bearable. It was still okay. I could still look out from this balcony or the other apartment I was at, and I could see the fishtail peak and other things. I could still see them in the morning before it would get foggy and cloudy. Now, it's been like 3 weeks and I haven't been able to see squat diddly more than 3 weeks. And the recommendation on days like this is that you're supposed to keep your windows shut and everything. I'm shutting them now because it's starting to get warm and I don't want the cool air to go out. I was just leaving them open for a while. And keep the doors closed, the windows closed, and that way you'll minimize, not totally, but they say you also have to have an air purifier. How many people can afford an air purifier? This is Nepal, for God's sake. In India, most people are poor, very poor. There's a huge disparity between the rich and the poor. The middle class is like a blurred line, as I've read in some newspaper articles about India and about Nepal and everything. So, you know, and wear a mask. Most people don't even have a proper mask to filter out the PM 2.5 particulate matter. PM means particulate matter. And I wish I had an air purifier in here, but I don't. And I'm leaving soon, so I'm not going to buy one. But people here that live here, they got to endure this for months on end every year now. It's getting worse, not better. So let's go into the rest of the video. I'm not making it up. It is bothering me, but you believe whatever the hell you want to believe. I'm just bringing it to you because I don't BS. And some people hate me because I tell the truth. Because some people can't bear to hear or even see the truth. And I just showed it to you. And I'm going to show you the rest. Oh, I ain't forget about you either, China. China, you and India, the two most air polluting countries in Asia, probably the top two, China and India, and so many other countries in Asia. You know? Yeah, the US has done that in the past a lot. Now they have a lot of that control. Europe is so strict with the air pollution stuff. Their air quality is so good in general, like London, like what is it, 22, 23 the other day. And places like Colombia are doing good things too to control it. Maybe places like Medellin have their problems, or Bogota, but in general, all over the country, you have such a control over it because of the emissions inspections, the factories being audited and let's say, and visited a lot. But in these countries, I guess the corruption is much higher. It's not like South America or whatever, Argentina. These countries are clean and wow, perfect. But they're controlling things a whole lot better than these days than Asia is. Please, you're in the list too, China. It ain't just India and a couple of places, but wow, and the rest of the world. If you guys want to find out what the AQI situation is before you visit a country in Asia or anywhere in the world, look it up. There's so many different websites, and look at the history about the air quality index for those places you're going to visit, for the season you're going to visit. See how they have been in the last couple of years and how they are right now before you go, so you don't have like a bad surprise or a nightmare of a trip. I'll tell you one more thing. I am an outdoorsman. I love being in the outdoors, hiking, walking, jogging, mountain biking. I can't do any of that here. And imagine people, long-term exposure to this situation of bad air quality can produce cancer, asthma, whatever, bronchitis, pneumonia, according to where you are in terms of the weather, the temperatures here in Nepal, in India, in China, all over the planet. This is a global thing. If this persists and people keep being idiots in China and in India and whatever, all over the world, in Colombia, wherever, Argentina, Brazil, the US, Canada, and just keep thinking about money, me, money, me, money, and contaminating the atmosphere, pretty soon, in maybe 50 years, the whole planet will be like this. And that will just trap a lot of the heat down here, which will exacerbate situations of whatever and just hurt a lot of people. This ain't just about Nepal or India or about travelers who want to have a little vacations. I didn't come here to Nepal. I didn't come here to Pokhara to stay inside these four walls all day long and only go out for an hour and a half at night when I have some free time and with a mask on. But more than that, it's about a global thing.